Hey, this is Bennett and you're watching Melodification. This week was inspired by Courtney Johnson's version of Lonesome Fiddle Blues. And first I play a melodic version and kind of go over what he does in the vamp section, just briefly to talk about his style a little bit because it's so cool and unique. And then I play the single string version that I kind of developed for this song. It's a little bit different melody in the A section to show you some variation on what you could do with the melody. But the B section is the same. The tab is available for this if you sign up for my mailing list. The link is below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for a new vid. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, four, one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One, two, three. One, two, three, four, one. This melodic version of Lonesome Fiddle Blues is taken from the Newgrass Revival recording with Courtney Johnson on banjo. And if you remember in that recording, if you haven't listened to it, you should definitely check it out, because Courtney does some really cool chromatic playing. There's this vamp section which goes. And over that section, or over those chords, Courtney and all of the other band members will do improvisations after their solos. He does a lot of really great chromatic and bluesy stuff in the key of D minor. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. But in this solo, I'm doing the melody, which, you know, you can see this is an insane stretch right here, but it's based out of the D minor scale. And that's actually a Dorian mode, but I won't get into too much of that. It's not really necessary for you to know about the mode, other than the fact that you're playing all of the notes in the key of C. You're just starting on a D note. So D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. So they're all in the key of C, but you're starting on a D note. If you start on the C, it will sound like more of a major scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But if you start on a D, it sounds like a minor scale. You're just playing all of the same notes, just moving it up one note in the C scale. And of course, the melody of this is da, bo, da, so you're not actually playing the C scale because there's a C sharp in there. I hope this makes sense. But you have a C sharp, so ba, bo, da, bo, da, bo, da. When I practice this, I like to split this up into phrases. So first phrase is over the D minor chord, the second phrase is over the C chord. And then you play the D minor phrase again. And then there's that final phrase. So in all, there's only 3 phrases in this. There's the D minor phrase, which you'll play first and third, the C phrase, which you'll play second, and then the final tag phrase. I'll practice those in chunks: D minor, C, tag phrase, and then piece it all together. The B section goes to G major, so it starts out in G major. You can chunk this section as well. So you have the G chord, you have D chord, E, and then A. I would just take each of those licks one by one. So the G phrase is all based on the G scale, and if you didn't have to spike your 5th string for this arrangement, it would actually be a lot easier because you wouldn't have to stretch. But since this is spiked, you have to do that to get the notes that Courtney played. And then the D phrase is really easy. And then to get into the E phrase, what I'm doing is I'm sliding with my pinky to get into this position, which if you're familiar with melodic style banjo, you may recognize this position in the G shape down here. But it's used great, it actually works great over an E chord. So and that leads us to the A chord. And then back to the A section, which is what you already know. So the form of this song is A-A-B-A. Now the single string version is a little bit different, so I wanted to mix up the melody a little bit just to show you some different variations you could play, and I even throw in some triplet stuff at the end. So just to go over real quick is, and you'll notice that's different from the melodic version because you go up to this B flat note. In the melodic version you go, so you actually go up and down from the D note. In this one you go, and you'll actually land on that F to lead you into the next chord, the C chord. And then back into the D minor chord. And you want to chunk this just like you chunk the melodic version. So D minor chord, phrase, C chord, phrase, and then the tag. A little Tony Rice from there, I don't know. I like the bluesiness of that too. And all of this stuff, I'm doing thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index, thumb, index. For the 16th notes, it's going to be all alternating, and then when you hit an 8th note, you'll repeat one. So thumb, index, thumb again. Thumb, 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 thumb. So I'm really accenting the thumbs on the downbeats. I'm not really accenting them, but I'm exaggerating them there so you can really hear when I'm playing the thumb note. B section is exactly the same as the melodic version, just so I could show you how to kind of piece single string and melodic together to create a cool, different sounding solo. And then the A section, the last A section, is the exact same thing as the previous A sections. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment section below. Remember, you can get the tab by signing up on my mailing list. The link is below this video. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week for a new vid.